about you now.
The Sugar Babes, it's About You Now on Radio Gibraltar this Thursday morning, 17 minutes past 8, and the moment we've all been waiting for, Kelly.
Well, over the next few weeks, we will be speaking to some best-selling, award-winning authors to find the ultimate summer read, whether that's a psychological thriller, a historical fiction, a romance, whatever floats your boat. And we're kicking things off personally with one of my favourite authors. She's published 20 books, all bestsellers, and has had her work translated into 26 different languages. It's multi-million best-selling author Adele Parks. So thank you very much for joining us this morning, Adele.
Total pleasure. Lovely to be here.
So Adele, an incredible 20 books in 20 years. How would you describe your work?
Well, it's interesting that you talked about summer reads being in lots of different genres, because over those 20 years, to save myself getting bored and certainly my readers getting bored, I've been in lots of different genres. Originally did write sort of romantic comedy, I guess. Then went into historical fiction, and now my latest sort of 4 or 5 novels have been what we call domestic noir, which is sort of psychological thrillers, but the stakes are incredibly high because the characters all tend to know one another. They all tend to be from a family or a friendship group, and the sort of lies and deceit and the twists and the turns all come from a very close-knit bubble. So, yes, I'm writing in domestic noir for now and the foreseeable future.
So this latest book that you just released, in the midst of COVID-19 crisis and the lockdown, that's Just My Luck. So that also fits into that genre then?
It does. I mean, you wouldn't think it because it's about a lottery win. So it's about 3 couples who've known each other forever. They've known each other sort of 15 years and they all had their very first baby. So they're the kind of friends that have almost become like family. They call themselves Frimily because they think they are sort of friends that become family. They do lots of things together. They have holidays together and Christmases, birthdays, that sort of thing. But one of their rituals that they've done on a weekly basis is they chose 6 lottery numbers and they play the lottery every week. Then one week, a small tiff grows into a huge rift, which, of course, if you're very, very close to your friends, and they are like family, that can happen because families do occasionally just have those blow-ups. And this, out of the group of 6 friends, 2 of the couples walk away from the lottery, but also in reality from the friendship group. And there's a huge, very devastating fight. The very next week, the one couple that have been buying the ticket on a regular basis go out and still buy the ticket with the exact same numbers and actually win the lottery to the tune of £18 million. So it doesn't sound gory. It doesn't sound like a psychological thriller because that sounds like all your dreams coming true. But of course, the 2 couples that have missed out on that win will go to extreme lengths to get what they consider their share. And you see what money can buy, what it can't buy, what it should buy, and what it certainly shouldn't buy. As families come under risk, people start telling lies. There's huge deception on all sides as people try and get a portion of these winnings. So it's very twisty-turny. I hope it's a bit of a page turner for people when they are on their beaches. And I launched that in lockdown, right in the throes when it was really dreadful and none of us could get out of our houses at all. So that was quite interesting.
You've sucked me in with that description there, Adele. I'm going to go straight away and buy that book, I think.
Yeah, I look forward to adding it to my collection as well.
And Lies, 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 it was shortlisted for the 2020 Fiction Book of the Year in the British Book Awards, wasn't it? I mean, it must be pretty good to have that kind of validation as an author.
It was. That's amazing. Because as you say, it's sort of, 20 books in 20 years. And I've been an incredibly lucky career. They've all been top 10 bestsellers and I've been published in other languages and it's been amazing. It's been an absolute roller coaster, very, very super exciting. On a roller coaster with a lot more highs actually than plummets. So that was all great. But as you say, something within the industry that industry people vote for and it's judged by those sort of people. And because, we're here now today talking about beach reads and holiday reads, and I am very straight saying I write to entertain. I'm not winning prizes. I'm not trying for the Booker. I am writing because I think people need to be taken out of themselves now and again. We all need a bit of escapism. And I want to make people laugh, occasionally maybe even cry, certainly feel a bit scared, feel a bit joyful. So I write for my readers. So it was a very different experience, suddenly being told by your sort of peers, actually, we love this book and we want to celebrate it too. And so out of all the books in 2019, I think they picked 6 that they thought were the sort of best that were published. So to be on that shortlist was extraordinary, a real honour. Again, funny enough, the award ceremony was in lockdown. I mean, I did wear a cocktail dress, but I was with my Zoom camera.
At least you didn't have to wear heels. No one saw them on Zoom.
You know, that's so true. I loved it because I was just in bare feet, actually. I was just bare feet in a cocktail dress, which was extraordinary.
Oh, lovely. So, Adele, we are looking for that ultimate summer read. So if you could choose, I know it's difficult, but if you could choose just one of your publications, which one would you suggest?
Well, I would say Just My Luck at the moment, because I do feel it has that sort of, that fantasy side, because you do get to spend the money with them a little bit too, What is it like when I think everybody has sat round a table at some point and said what would they do if they won the lottery and assumed it would answer all their problems. And so I had great fun sort of going into incredibly expensive shops and seeing how I might spend some money. Although I don't think I'm very well suited to it, because I would sort of come out of a shop and say, £90 for a t-shirt. And then my husband would say, it didn't say 90, sweetheart, it said 900.
Oh my gosh.
And I would be absolutely bad. I'd be kind of ill going, do you know what you could spend that money on?
I'm sure the research was fun though.
So the research was fun, which is why it's sort of glorious if you're on holiday. And also because it does take you to that sort of slightly dark place and make you feel uncomfortable, which again, when we're on holiday, because we are actually having a glorious time, whether that happens to be in your back garden or if you're lucky enough to have a local beach. But you also kind of want to feel the range. It is a little bit of a range of emotions. That's something we sort of like doing to ourselves. So I think that one, and it did. It reached number 1 in lockdown here in the UK, which just made me so excited. I mean, with the title, like Just My Luck, when everything was being cancelled, like my USA tour was cancelled, my Canadian tour, South Africa, all these things. And I was like saying, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't have called this book Just My Luck. What have I done?
Tempting fate.
Yeah, I really tempted fate. And then when it still managed to hit the charts, I was like, I really feel quite joyful about this book. So I think that is still my favourite. It's a good job I don't have more than one child, because I always like the latest.
Brilliant stuff. Well, and if you are a fan of local beaches, by the way, Adele, you should come down to Gibraltar. We've got loads of them.
Yes, and we do actually host an annual literary festival. So perhaps you can visit the Rock sometimes.
Oh, yeah. If we're ever allowed to travel freely again.
Yeah.
I would love that. I came as a child, actually, with my grandparents.
did you?
We had a holiday there. Yeah. I remember it really well. And I remember I got this sort of ceramic ornament of a monkey on a rock that I kept on my windowsill throughout my childhood. I know. Yeah.
Oh,
I really
lovely.
do have a very clear memory.
Well, we look forward to welcoming you back one day.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Thank you so much for speaking to us today. Thanks for your time.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Adele Parks joining us this morning there. You must have been excited there, Kelly.
Yeah, I don't know
Brilliant
about you,
stuff.
Stefan. That's made my day.
It certainly has. Lovely, lovely lady. She's sold over millions of books worldwide. So thank you very much, Adele, for joining us this morning, and plenty more where that came from to look forward to every Thursday.
Yes. We'll be finding your ultimate summer read.
Here is Joel Corey.